Hello, good morning. A very good morning to all of you. Here we are with multiple choice questions for the automobile and the IC engines. Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is my screen visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Yes, we are going to start now the session MCQs on the fundamentals of automotive systems as designed by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Technological University, Lonere. We all know that the engine, which we say is a main part of an automobile, consists of, you can see over here, this is the piston. I'm just telling you the basics now. ये क्या है? ये piston है. This is the piston. So this is the connecting rod, and you have got the crankshaft over here. So at a position where piston and the connecting rod meets, this is called as small end, and it is connected by gudgeon pin or piston pin. This can also be seen over here. Can also be seen over here. This is a piston pin. This is a piston pin. Here you can see the piston pin or gudgeon pin. So this is the piston. So this is the cylinder. At the upper part of the cylinder, this we have got this position of the piston. When it is going to reverse its direction, is called as top dead center. When it is farthest away from the crankshaft, when it is nearest to the crankshaft, this piston is nearest, comes down nearest to the crankshaft. This is called as bottom dead center, and it is going to reverse. Nearest and going to reverse, these are the two things for a dead center. अगर हमको dead center कहने का है किसी को, see, when I say the position, it is a, when I say dead center, it is the position of the piston when it is going to reverse its direction. So when it is nearest, when is nearest to crankshaft, यानी crankshaft के नजदीक है तो bottom dead center, crankshaft से बहुत दूर है तो top dead center, bottom dead center, top dead center. Okay, so these ideas should be very clear. So when the piston is at top dead center, there remains space between the piston and the cylinder head. That is called as a clearance volume. That is called as clearance volume. That is called as clearance volume. Whereas when the piston moves from the top dead center to the bottom dead center, that is the piston displacement volume. That is also termed as swept volume. Please remember these facts. So in engine we have got the inlet wall and the exhaust wall. The inlet wall, through the inlet wall, the air is taken in. If it is a SI engine, air plus fuel mixture. On if it diesel engine, only air is taken in. Air is taken in. Air is taken in. So during the intake stroke, the exhaust valve remains closed. This should be remembered, and the piston will be moving from the top dead center to the bottom dead center. There happens to be suction created, vacuum created inside the cylinder. Okay, so with this we introduction of the IC engine, we start with some MCQs. MCQs which are important from exam point of view. So heat engine is a device that converts chemical energy in fuel into which energy? Is it a potential energy, kinetic energy, internal energy, or electric energy? So we get I have already told you that we have got a piston. So whenever there is a combustion inside the cylinder, there happens to be pressure force which is acting on the piston, and you get a rotation of the crankshaft. So you get rotation of the crankshaft. That means your answer should be the kinetic energy. You get kinetic energy. We get kinetic energy of the crankshaft. Okay. So an IC engine in which air fuel mixture is introduced in the combustion chamber at a near atmospheric pressure is called. So atmospheric pressure, see, we have got different engines: supercharged engines, a turbocharged engine, a pressurized engine, and natural aspirated engine. तो सुपरचार्ज इंजन मीन्स वी आर कंप्रेसिंग द एयर. हम क्या करते हैं इसमें? अगर मैं बोलता हूँ कि आई हैव गॉट अ सुपरचार्ज इंजन, बोले तो आई एम कंप्रेसिंग द एयर. जस्ट रिमेंबर, व्हेन यू आर कंप्रेसिंग द एयर, we are compressing the air, you are supercharging, making the charge super. That is, you are making more air to enter the combustion chamber. It is the supercharge engine. So when air fuel mixture is introduced in the combustion chamber without compressing, it is not cannot be supercharged. Turbocharged. So for compressing the engine, you need a compressor, no doubt. A compressor लगता है. And then this compressor, if it is run by turbine, which is moved due to the exhaust gases coming out of the cylinder, यानी एग्जॉस्ट गैसेस सिलेंडर के बाहर जो निकलते हैं, उससे हमने अगर टरबाइन चलाते हैं हम लोग, और ये टरबाइन से अगर कंप्रेशन चलाते हैं, तो ये क्या बन जाता है? टर्बो चार्ज इंजन बन जाता है. फिर से ध्यान दीजिए मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ. एग्जॉस्ट गैसेस दो इन सिलेंडर से निकलते हैं, उससे हम टरबाइन चलाते हैं. टरबाइन जो चलेगा तो कंप्रेसर चलेगा, कंप्रेसर से गैस एयर कंप्रेस होगा, तो ये टर्बो चार्ज इंजन हो जाएगा. Pressurized. So the same. So when you are increasing the pressure of the air, that is a pressurized. And if you are not at all doing any of these things, ना pressure increase कर रहे हैं, ना turbo charge कर रहे हैं, ना super charge कर रहे हैं, it will be a naturally aspirated engine. So here you can find out that it is introduced in the combustion chamber near atmospheric pressure, means no pressure is increased, no exhaust gas is being used, and therefore it is naturally aspirated engine. Please remember the difference between the naturally aspirated, pressurized, turbocharged and supercharged. Dash sleeve is thicker and in direct contact with the coolant. So coolant से contact किसका होता है? So it is a, when is a coolant, that means it is the wet sleeve. It's called as a wet sleeve, which is the contact with the coolant. Then dash is a pin connects the piston to the connecting rod. So we have got a caster, circle P, gudgeon, snap. Already I have told you here that in the here that this is the piston pin. This is called as a piston pin. इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? हम इसको क्या बोलते हैं कि हम इसको piston pin भी बोलते हैं. We call this as piston pin. This is also called as gudgeon pin also. So gudgeon pin. This is called as a gudgeon pin also. So what we find here, your answer is the gudgeon pin. Your answer is the gudgeon pin. Then twice the crankshaft is equal to the distance traveled by piston in one stroke. So what is that? It is the length of the crankshaft? No, it is offset. ये जो offset रहता है, ये जो offset रहता है, so this offset, ये जो offset है, इसको यहाँ से यहाँ तक हमको offset बोलते हैं. इसका जो डबल होता है, twice of this offset will be the stroke. Twice of this will be the stroke. Just remember. So your answer is offset. This answer is offset. Here your answer is gudgeon pin. Remember these things, huh? Because this can be certain question. This is a weight. This is weight. This is weight. You should understand this is weight. And earlier was the natural aspirated engine. So these your answers were only natural aspirated engine. Your answers were only naturated aspirated engine, where we are not compressing the air or all other things. Okay. So we move to the next question now. The dash wall is used to remove the products of combustion from the cylinder. From the cylinder. So which is the wall? So I already told that we have got two walls. You have got the intake wall and exhaust wall. We have the intake wall and the exhaust wall. The intake wall is used to take the air fuel mixture inside the cylinder. It was SI engine, CI engine, only air is taken in, and the exhaust wall you are moving the exhaust gases out. So that your answer here should be the exhaust wall. Just remember your answer should be here exhaust gas. Further, let the crankshaft of four-stroke IC engine be rotating at 1500 rpm. Then the time duration in milliseconds in one stroke is 20. So this is you should know the formula for that, and you get the answer as 20. Then wall train noise can be reduced by using. So you have got a wall train. Wall train means the that various the push rod and all that things are there. So that is reduced by using the tappet. That is reduced by using tappet. You should remember. Then a main problem encountered with the spring return walls at high speed. When the engines are running at very high speed, there happens to be wall float. Just remember what is wall float. So I'm just focusing on the wall float phenomena. I'm just focusing on the wall float phenomena over here. So this is the wall float phenomena over here. Yes, this is the wall float phenomena over here. I think you can see the things. अब अगर दिख रहा होगा इसको आपको, ये wall float phenomena. What is a wall float phenomena? You can see over here. The wall float is an adverse condition when at high speed engines. What is happening? The poppet valves in the internal combustion engine do not properly follow the closure phase of the cam lobe profile, and this reduces the engine efficiency and performance and increases the engine emissions. So just remember this thing. So it is the wall float phenomena which is troubling the high speed engine. High speed engine जो है उसको ट्रबल कौन करता है? तो उसको ट्रबल कौन करता है? तो wall float phenomena. So wall float phenomena. Next, then your question is, let the crankshaft the four stroke engine be rotating at 2500 rpm. The camshaft, generally when it is a four stroke engine, the camshaft should rotate at n by 2 means n by 2 means 2500 divided by 2. That means it should, your answer should be 1250 rpm. Just remember, when the crankshaft the four stroke engine is rotating at 2500 rpm, the camshaft should rotate at a speed of n by 2. Now if this is the two stroke engine, the n will be n. Just remember again, if this is been converted, ये उसको अगर कन्वर्ट कर दी दूसरे क्वेश्चन में, उसको मैं टू स्ट्रोक बोलता हूँ, तो ये कितना रहेगा? ये 2500 ही रहेगा, ये आपने याद रखना चाहिए. Then you have got the component that smoothens out the torque variation in the engine output. Engine output का torque variation जो रहता है उसको अगर उसको smoothen जो करता है उसको हम crankshaft नहीं, camshaft नहीं, उसको flywheel. So flywheel does that. Okay. The position of the piston, मैं फिर से आपको बता रहा, position of the piston when it is nearest to the crankshaft is generally referred to as the bottom dead center. I'm already told you this BDC. I already told you this phenomena of BDC. यानी जब क्रैंकशाफ्ट के नजदीक रहेगा, फिर से मैं बता रहा हूँ, क्रैंकशाफ्ट के अगर नजदीक रहेगा, if it is that is so this is the phenomena. So when you have got, so when the piston is nearest the crankshaft, this is a bottom dead center. Then if it is farthest away it is a top dead center. And when this is a position, dead center of the position when the piston is going to reverse. Just remember, डेड सेंटर क्या पोजीशन है? जहां से पिस्टन रिवर्स करेगा उसको हम डेड सेंटर बोलते हैं. पर जब पिस्टन किसके नजदीक में है? क्रैंकशाफ्ट के नजदीक में है, तो बॉटम डेड सेंटर हो गया. पिस्टन सबसे क्रैंकशाफ्ट से बहुत दूरी पे है, तो बोलेंगे हम उसको द टॉप डेड सेंटर. ओके, सो वी गो फॉर अगेन द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ओवर हियर. So it should be very clear to you. Just I am telling you, repeating the things. The position of when it is nearest to the crankshaft is called as the bottom dead center. Then a nominal volume of combustion chamber when the piston is at top dead center. So again the same thing. Just I want to tell you here. We already told you the same things. So here this volume, I am again telling this volume, the piston is at top dead center. ये piston अगर top dead center पे है, piston कहाँ पे है? ये top dead center पे अगर हमारा piston है, यहाँ पे हमारा piston है. So now this volume, ये जो volume है इसको हम क्या बोलेंगे? Clearance volume. याद रखिए, this volume हम उसको क्या बोलेंगे? Clearance volume. This volume is called as the clearance volume. This volume is called as clearance volume. This volume is called as clearance volume. So nominal volume of the combustion when the piston is at top dead center is called as the clearance volume. Then which one of the statement is true about the suction stroke in the four stroke engine? When there is a suction stroke, what is happening? The exhaust valve is closed. When the suction is occurring, the which is true. So your exhaust valve remain closed, inlet valve is open. Inlet valve is open. So this is the one of the things. So exhaust valve remain closed. Okay. Then the final question in this assignment is, which one of the following statements is true about the compression stroke in the four-stroke engine? When there is a compression stroke in the uh, IC engine, so the piston will move from the bottom dead center to the top dead center. मैं आपको फिर से दिखाता हूँ वही पार्ट। पहले तो compression stroke अगर जब होता है तो क्या होगा? So when you got a compression stroke, सो इन कॉम्प्रेशन स्ट्रोक, यहाँ पे अगर कॉम्प्रेशन स्ट्रोक होता है, सो ये बॉटम डेड सेंटर, ये टॉप डेड सेंटर। कॉम्प्रेशन स्ट्रोक में क्या होगा, पिस्टन तुम्हारा जो है ये बॉटम डेड सेंटर से टॉप डेड सेंटर की तरफ भागता है, तो इसको हम, सो दैट इज व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड एज कॉम्प्रेशन। यू आर कॉम्प्रेसिंग द चार्ज विच इज प्रेजेंट इनसाइड द सिलेंडर। चार्ज बोले तो एयर पेयर फ्यूल मिक्सचर को हम चार्ज कहते हैं।